Hi everybody, I'm teacher Julio from Colégio Portinari. How are you today? Are you okay? I hope so. Welcome to the English teaching video to help you learn more and more. Before I begin, we will take a look in our English topic for today. Enjoy it! E para começar o vocabulário sobre conflict verbs, temos o verbo argue, que significa discutir. A segunda palavra que temos aí é o verbo hit, que significa bater. Por terceiro, nós temos o verbo shout, que significa gritar. Em quarto lugar, nós temos a palavra hide, que significa esconder-se. E por último, temos a palavra fight, que significa brigar. So, to list that, let's read a text called Crime Scene. Listen to the witness statements. Which one matches the picture exactly?
Witness A.
I was standing at the bus stop. It was 6:15 and I was waiting for the bus. It was raining. Two men were fighting on the street corner. They were standing by a wrecked car. One man was holding a gun. A woman was hiding around the corner. Another woman was looking inside a big bag on the sidewalk. She was talking on a cell phone.
Witness B.
It was 6:15. I was driving down the street. Two men were standing on the street corner. They were standing by a wrecked car, and they were arguing. One man was hitting the other one. There was a big bag on the sidewalk. A woman was looking inside the bag. She was holding a cell phone, but she wasn't talking. Another woman was hiding around the corner.
Witness C.
I was closing my shop at 6:15. Two men were arguing on the street corner. They were standing by a wrecked car. They were shouting. One of them was holding a knife. A young woman was looking inside a bag on the sidewalk. The woman was talking on her cell phone. There was a gun next to the bag. Another woman was hiding around the corner.
E então, na figura, qual das testemunhas é a correta? Exatamente, testemunha C, witness C. Se pegarmos o texto da witness C, poderemos observar que tem vários exemplos de past progressive. E o past progressive é uma ação que estava acontecendo no passado. Por exemplo, was closing, were arguing, were standing, were shouting. Repare que todos eles são formados de was ou were mais um verbo com ing. Was nós utilizamos para I, he, she e it. E were usamos para as pessoas we, you e they, acrescido do verbo com ing. Vamos então à definição do passado progressivo. O passado progressivo ele é usado para falar sobre uma atividade que estava em progresso num certo momento lá no passado. E a ênfase se dá na duração da atividade no passado. Por exemplo, I was studying for an exam while my mother was cooking dinner. We were walking in the park around 7 p.m. last night. Então veja, no past progressive affirmative, ele tem a full form e a short form, mas elas são idênticas. A full form é a forma cheia e a short form é a forma curta, que é sempre formado de was mais o verbo no ing ou were mais o verbo no ing. Olha agora um exemplo. George was reading a newspaper. George é he, então usa was mais reading. Frank was watching television. Do mesmo jeito, Frank he, então usa was. Julie was eating a sandwich. Julie é feminino. She, então devemos usar was. Alison was listening to some music. Da mesma forma, she, Alison, então devemos usar was. Sue and Liz were playing table tennis. Como temos duas pessoas, usamos então were. Anne was painting a picture. And she, então usamos was neste caso. Vejamos agora o past progressive negative. Temos a full form e a short form. Na full form, was mais not mais o verbo com ing. Já com were, temos were, not e o verbo com ing. Nas short forms, usamos wasn't or weren't, mais o verbo com ing. Então, observe alguns exemplos. The young man wasn't working on a computer. The old woman wasn't crying. The two girls weren't dancing. The old man wasn't drinking. The young woman wasn't singing. The two boys weren't arguing. O primeiro que temos aí é apartment, que significa apartamento. O próximo é garage, que significa garagem. O terceiro é police station, que significa departamento de polícia. Depois temos fire escape, que é a saída de incêndio de um prédio. Depois temos a palavra street corner, que é uma esquina. E por último temos a palavra bank, que é um banco. Vejamos agora como formulamos o past progressive na forma interrogativa, ou seja, formulação de perguntas. Observe que o auxiliar was, ele vem no começo da frase, ou, melhor dizendo, antes do sujeito, no caso ali, antes de I, ou antes de he, she ou it. Para montar a pergunta, então, usamos was no começo da frase. E depois, podemos ainda formular com were a pergunta were you hiding? Or were we fighting? Or were you fighting? Ou ainda were they fighting? Observe que o were também veio antes dos sujeitos para formular a pergunta. Observe que nesses tipos de frase, quando começamos diretamente com was ou were, só há dois modos de se responder, com yes ou no, ok? Então, por exemplo, temos aí as respostas curtas, o que nós chamamos de short answers. Yes, I was. No, I wasn't. Yes, you were. No, you weren't. Yes, he, she, or it was. No, he, she, it wasn't. Yes, we, you, they were. No, we, you, they weren't. Sempre que começar a pergunta com was ou com were, temos que responder então usando yes ou no. Repare agora que podemos ainda ter perguntas usando o que nós chamamos de W8 questions. As W8 questions são pronomes interrogativos que usamos no começo da frase para fazer uma pergunta específica. Por exemplo, where significa onde, when significa quando, what significa o que, why, por quê, e how, de que modo, como. Então, quando temos essas W8 questions, elas vêm antes do auxiliar was ou were. Por exemplo, where were you going? I was going to the movies. What were you doing at 9 p.m.? I was doing my homework. Repare que essa pergunta requer uma resposta específica. Se perguntei where, quero o lugar. Se perguntei what, quero o que estava fazendo às 9 horas.